Good morning! Since I saw you guys last, I got a Chimorite Mana Weaver's Wand, and I am all ready to do the Ritual of the Fae Courts. But first, I need to do a little bit more occultism. Anywho, I'm gonna make a new toy. Specifically, I'm gonna make a soul capture gem. That's pretty spiffy. Drink me. Okay, look, I know the demon's nice, right? Right? He's very nice. Hi, yes. You're almost dead. Appreciate your time in this world. Okay, well, it's a creature, I guess, and you like creatures, so there we are. Or soul sand. Let's start making some soul gems. What the soul gems are gonna do is that if I ever get zombie villagers out of my terrible mob farm, the soul gem will let me more easily move them from that farm up to a more useful place, such as a place that has a ritual of restoration going on. So for the ritual of restoration, I'm gonna need a ritual brazier. Do I have any of those? No, of course not. Actually, why don't I have source? I must have already used all of those? Interesting. Okay, so we got a soul gem. Need it for later. I went ahead and started making the moats areas. And I've got this warp scroll for going up to my air moat area. Horse jar. Fire is just in the nether, but I don't want to have piglins right in my house. So I will probably make that the portal that goes over towards the nether portal, which I should make pretty soon here. Okay. Because the next thing I need to do in Mana and Artifice was this Ritual of the Fairy Courts. And for that, I need a moat of air, and I need a moat of water. Actually, I need 2 moats of air. Fairy Courts are the most expensive one. So this is, you know, somewhere above 134 blocks. If the things are floating over top of it, that means the things are ready for it. And I think I got everybody there. Okay. It's so windy and magical. Where this way? So see what I'm doing. I also got up to level 30 in the course of doing all the mining and so forth. It can't go higher than level 30 at tier 1. So these shapes, it's actually best to kind of do them as one solid loop and don't carefully draw out the shape. It seems to respond better to just a loop, loop, loop. Next up. Now only making 2 means I am only going to have the 2 that I need for the ritual. Magical sparkling wind. I guess that's why you have to be up this high, is so the magical sparkling wind can reach you. Kind of want to start one of these, like build up and start one of these rituals from above and just see what that pattern of lines looks like. Maybe I'll do that with the water one. Loopy loop, loopy loop. I'm sure that the folks who made the mod carefully set up something about that. Alright, so there's all of those. Hop down the stairs. I go out to water one. Now this water one calls for sea pickles and seagrass. So I actually ended up putting a sieve here, and so it was waterlogged, and then just using the diamond. Okay, can we just? Yeah, you don't come this way. Okay, go that way. All right. Using the diamond mesh, I was able to get the seagrass and pickle seeds. Sand, pickle, pickle, pickle. All the fishies. And the reason I know that the fishies will work like that is because it goes down when I right click with my empty hand. Alright, I think that's everybody. Let's check. I was going to do that well. Well, don't worry about it. Triangle. The water one is all triangles of varying directions. I did good. Actually, it's just 2 of them. Alright. Okay. So, now I've got those moats. That means I've got everything I need for the Ritual of the Fae Chords. There we go. Search. Where my mouse scrolled this then? 1, 5, 2 at 7. One coming down and 2 coming down here. Beautiful vines. And then right in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make that row a 3. And make that row a... Hi. Hi. Yep, excuse me. We're just gonna pop you back over here. Okay. Then I need wind. More purified Ventium dust. Beautiful. Water moat. Now, the recipe only calls for 2 motes of air. Or, the recipe calls for 1 mote of air, sorry. Yeah, just be in the space. Just look, I get it. I get it. You guys came here because there was a whole bunch of Eyes of Ender, and now there's not a whole bunch of Eyes of Ender, and you're been very disappointed about it. That looks... There we go. That looks like I've got all of them. Where is the actual point on this? There it is. Okay. Now this one... So, I get to keep this mode of air, but I have to have the mode of air in order to do the ritual. It is the only one of these alliance rituals that calls for modes that get used up. That's why it's kind of, you know, it's like weirdly unbalanced in the game. I just like the allied sanctuary better. And I super like this lady. Hello. Hello, lady. I right click on her with the moat. And we get to be all pretty. Yes. Then I slowly float back down. Look. Or not so slowly. I just like that. It's fun. So. Now we're getting all kinds of advanced here. All the way till tier 3. So, 5 of 17 tasks. Okay. Well, this is the place where it's time to start making some of these, looks like it's time for the nether portal. Glancing through here, we have finding another fortress and reaching the nether as, keys for this. Scriber wrote spell, do a glyph, and use a transcription table. Oh, which reminds me, the transcription table. Remember how I was saying that the study table wasn't actually really something that would be a point in Skyblock? Well, it turns out that wandering traders do sell torn journal pages. So I can use that to get some rote. But I don't have a book of rote yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. I need to make a book of rote because things that you know by rote, which is, well, in this particular pack, rote, getting to rote is set up so that anytime you, like as soon as you use it in a spell, you have that element learned by rote. Like I've made this break spell, instantly I know break, projectile speed. In other versions of, that's a setting that can be adjusted. In a lot of versions of the mod, you have to use the spell a certain number of times before you have it by rote. And these torn pages, which I don't actually have the torn journal pages have a similar thing where, studying them actually increases your rote a little bit. But you need a lot of the torn journal pages to get to rote from that. It can be a way to get spell components without having to go through and actually construct the spell and find all the ingredients. So a very nifty thing I got when I was killing mobs down in my mob gathering area is this enchanted scroll of Eldrin Sight. Now I'm not going to use this just now, but that is going to help find the Eldrin Wellsprings, which are a kind of major power source for higher level things. A lot of the recipes only work if you have enough of these Eldrin Wellspring energies. If you are playing, if you're playing with other people, if you guys are all signed up on the same faction, then any Wellspring captured by any person in your faction is going to add to your Eldrin Wellspring energy. And a lot of things are going to say that you need 15 or 20 of them, so it's not too bad, but you do need to actually have them at all. But now that I've shown you guys my beautiful Scroll of Eldrin Sight that's going to save me a little bit of crafting and working, I'm going to put that away.